Well, good morning, everyone. It's another chilly day out running through Pennsylvania today. Anyway, so it seems like a lot of people gain fame and popularity on YouTube, and then they it becomes a monster on them. And some people figure out real quick how to develop a really big following and get a bunch of subscribers, and then you get monetized. Truthfully, you get monetized and you start making money. And for some people, it's just a couple $100 a month, and for others, it can subsidize your income. I mean, it'll become your income. I know my son likes to watch a family where they just play and have adventures, the dad with his kids, and that guy up and moved to Hawaii, and so I ain't mad at them. And so the reason for this video is a hotshot guy. If you don't already know him, Google or YouTube search Tow Piglet. The guy has an ungodly amount of followers. He shared not too long ago how much money he makes, and honestly, it's more than most people's salary. He's making a good living off of YouTube. And so that money, even if his hotshot business isn't doing well, that money can keep the business afloat, literally. And so he has a crazy following. I don't know him personally. We've had a couple, interactions on Facebook. To that end, he made me a moderator on his channel, or not his channel, excuse me, on his Facebook page. And he's thanked me for it. I assume he put me on there because he reads my comments and he sees I kind of know a little bit about the trucking world. I do own my own trucking business. It's not doing very well right now, but you take the good with the bad. And so he posted something the other day, and everyone got all, everyone's made like the hater video to it. And there's people that just straight out try and pick at him and pick at his videos. Honestly, if I made a video that called him out, and then I put it in the title, Tow Piglet is a blankety blankety blank, my videos would get hit just because I used his name. It's just the reality. In the hotshot world, he's become that. And so, that's not what I'm about. It's not my style. And I know there's drama between a lot of these YouTubers. I've not going to say I've become friends with, but I've gotten to know quite a few of them. Hotshot Dave, Tony over at Trucking Topics Today, and I've commented on his videos a couple times. Clutch Trucker. Again, I've never had lunch with any of these people or anything like that. I did have a phone conversation with Dave a couple times. Real cool cat. Nice guy, hard worker, So getting back to the thing with Tow Piglet, he has a crazy amount of followers. And I recently started doing videos. I got a little channel. I think in the last month since I started, I got something like a couple thousand views, and I think I'm now up to like 50 subscribers. Thanks, guys. and I think Tow Piglet has like like 100,000 subscribers or something. Anyway, and so I gotta admit, you know, for some reason, like one video compared to another video will just get way more views. Like one video will get like 300 views and you're like, okay, why? What happened? What did I do? What did I say? You know, what? And then another video will have 5. And so, you know, you get fixated on what gets the views and what interests people, and you try to build on that. Now, Alex at Tow Piglet has been doing this for a while. If you go to his channel and you look at his video library, he's invested a lot of time into making his videos. I don't for a minute think that my crude little handheld cell phone videos, I don't think for a minute mine are going to compete with his, or I'm going to get to that level of, you know, subscribers or views or being monetized. I started doing my videos because I recently went over the road. My trucking business kind of suffered from this downturn, you know, the COVID and the oil price war. You know, we did oil field primarily. In fact, I'm working on an intro, and it'll kind of show the progression of the company. So, you know, in Alex's case, I think he eventually kind of runs out of topics. It takes a lot of creativity to, you know, to come up with these different ideas and edit them and film them and put them together and present them on a regular basis. And so some people are criticizing that, you know, he's not truthful, that, you know, he's not putting on there, you know, the real nitty gritty. I'm going to be honest. If you go to, you know, any forum or even like a Facebook group and you want to get into hot shotting, there's a lot of negative comments. There's a lot of people that have been doing it for a while and they have nothing positive to say, nothing encouraging. They don't want to offer advice, assistance, nothing. I'm in my 50s. I'm not a young buck, you know. I'm not a young guy like Alex. You know, I don't got the cool guy hair. It's why I'm wearing the hat, because my hair is a mess. But, you know, I don't have that. But what I have is 30 plus years of CDL experience. And when I went over the road, I saw a lot of drivers that are struggling. My very first video, if you guys scroll to the bottom, was, I guess you could say I was criticizing someone backing into a stall. And, you know, it's tough for new drivers. It really is. And it's even tough for some drivers that have been around for a while. I'm not going to say I don't suffer and that, you know, that everything's hunky-dory and, you know, great for me. I backed in on a blindside dock just 2 days ago, and I was kind of embarrassed because I'm not good at blindside. Anyway, so another driver got out, and I don't know if he was nervous I was going to hit his truck or if he just felt that compelling, let's help this guy. Anyway, I'm kind of going all over the place here, but getting back to the Alex thing, you know, Alex's videos have popularity because he promotes positive feedback, positive energy, and some people are criticizing, well, he only posts, you know, the good stuff. He's not posting, you know, his out of service. He's not posting the mistakes he made. There's truth to that, but it's also the nature of, you know, his personality, his videos, and even his Facebook group. You know, if you compare his Facebook group to some of the other ones, you know, Alex doesn't allow politics, he doesn't allow vulgarities, he doesn't allow, you know, foul language or disrespecting each other. Like I said, I'm one of his moderators, and so I see the alerts. On some of them, I kind of sit back and say, that's Alex's call. I'm not going to do anything on this one. But you know, I think he's a good guy that's kind of caught on a different level that most people don't understand. Like I said, I get all excited when people watch my videos, and then holy cow, I got a new subscriber. Why? And it's not like I'm monetized and I'm gonna get money for it or anything. It's just cool for me. And so I could imagine on his level, you know, it's almost like I sing karaoke off key on a Friday night to a bunch of drunks, and you know, Alex is like selling out concerts at stadiums, right? He's on a different level, and you know, to keep the content coming in, and you know, to keep the viewership satisfied and interested, it's just part of it. And so I guess because you know, YouTube works in funny ways, but these different videos are starting to come up on my suggested videos, and a lot of it is kind of responding to Alex's video the other day about someone using his authority. You know, honestly, I think it's just YouTube drama. You guys need to remember that, you know, YouTube is for entertainment purposes. In the shop, you know, my mechanic shop where we work on the trucks, we joke that, hey, I'm YouTube certified. And I know it sounds dumb, but there's been a couple times where, hey, we got to take that turbo apart. Does it really just unbolt and come apart, or do we need a puller, or are we gonna have to stick it in a press? How are we gonna get this turbo apart? YouTube, you know, you punch in what turbo you have or what engine you have, and pow, there's a video, someone did it, showed step by step, thing of beauty. You know, now I'm not going to say that made you a mechanic, but you were able to see, yeah, it just unbolted, and you know, one turbo half comes apart this way, and that's all we need to take off to get at the variable geometry part. You take off the actuator, get the new one, clean everything up, calibrate it, put it back in the truck. That truck's running today. YouTube certified. It's a joke, but it is what it is. Anyway, so on the one hand, I think people ride Alex's coattails. Hell, it's even possible he's in on it and they're putting on a show together. On the other hand, you know, I'm sure there are people that just don't feel he's their cup of tea. Personally, I think the guy's cool. I don't necessarily agree with everything he says. I have a different business philosophy than he does. That doesn't mean we can't get along. That doesn't mean I got to make videos beating him up. It doesn't mean I need to criticize what he does or what he says. You know, he's a YouTube success. He shared recently that his trucking business, you know, does hurt, that it's not, you know, quite profitable where he needs it to be. And he shares that on the videos, on his YouTube videos. He shares his numbers, and you know, he point blank pointed it out a couple months ago that his YouTube money is what kept him from losing money. Not mad at that. You know, I mean, many business owners subsidize their own income so they're not a burden on their own business, and that's a smart move. Many business owners will have real estate investments, or you know, money in the stock market, or they simply invest in another business, you know, with another partnership or something. And there's nothing wrong with having, you know, other sources of income, whether it's passive income or, you know, YouTube where he's got to actively participate and make videos. Anyway, I have respect for the guy. You know, do I agree he doesn't show everything negative that goes on? Sure. I mean, you know, it's, after all, the channel it's like a show, and we show the things we want to show. You know, I've made a couple videos myself, and I don't, in my videos, for example, raise the bed on my sleeper and show all the junk that's in there in you know, a disorganized manner. You know, there's a dirty part to every truck, and so Alex chooses not to always show that stuff. Has he had issues over the road? We all do. I had a trucker get written up just the other day for not securing his load inside of a dry van. They loaded them, and then they did one of those airbags between the pallets. They inflate the airbag, the pallet rubs on the sidewall. It's not going to go anywhere, but the driver didn't do anything to secure it. And so he got pulled over, and they did an inspection on him. They broke his seal, took a look inside, and that was what they discovered. They wrote him for it. I went to California right around the holidays, and if you've ever been through Banning, that scale house pulled me in, and I figured out afterwards why they stopped me. I've been through there multiple times, never stopped me. They pulled me in because I had my axles on the trailer slid too far back. California has what they call a bridge law. You can't be over 40 feet from the kingpin to the axles, and I shifted my axles back because I wanted a better balance of weight. I think when I loaded, I was close to being over on the trailer. I was like at 33.6, 33.7, something like that. And I shifted the axles back because as you hit these scales that are on the highway, if you're under 33, they don't pull you into the scale house to put you on the big scale. And so I slid the axle back, and I ended up like at 32 on the drives and 32 on the trailer. And so they got me in California. They wrote me a citation. It is what it is. It's part of this business. There's no avoiding it. You're gonna make a mistake, or you're gonna be unaware of something. I knew about the 40-foot lot. It just didn't dawn on me because I rarely haul loaded into California. And so I was looking for weight balance, and they popped me. It happens. And so people are criticizing Alex for, out of services and violations. Every trucking company gets them. In fact, I have a little video that kind of shows people how to mitigate that and kind of balance yourself out a little bit. But anyway, enough about that. I just think it's funny. People are hating on them. Nothing to hate. I mean, all these different YouTubers, I check out their videos. If I agree with them or don't agree with them, it just is what it is. Alex is a commercial success, and so I guess it's easy to want to throw rocks at the guy, or grab onto his coattails. I mean, if Alex were to take my video and do a reply to my video and say, look, right here, Miguel says this, and I don't really know him, but he's right. If he were to do that to one of my videos, I'd probably get 10,000 views in 3 days, and I may end up with like a couple thousand subscribers within a week just because Alex has that. And so a lot of people use Alex as that stepping stone, the Tow Piglet page. Anyway, so enough about that. I got nothing but love for hot shotters, heavy haulers, dry vanners. If you YouTube and you're trying to help share knowledge, information, I'm cool with it. Alex is one of those people that his personality is likable, and people like watching his videos. Most of us don't have that. Me, I'm just an old guy that's been around the block, and some people watch my videos because they might learn something from it. It's not because I'm good looking, it's not because, I'm charming or anything like that. Anyways, that's it about Alex. I think he's a cool dude personally, but thanks for watching.